Playing the spiritual victim. This manipulation technique doesn't look like power. It looks like suffering, and that's what makes it so difficult to challenge. Another manipulation technique presents the manipulator as a spiritual victim or martyr, using claims of sacrifice, persecution, or righteous suffering to pressure others and deflect responsibility. This technique works by reframing accountability as cruelty. Instead of addressing specific concerns or real harm, the focus is shifted to how much the person has endured, how much they've sacrificed, or how unfairly they're being treated. It often sounds like this: after everything I've done for God, this is how I'm treated. People always attack those who are truly faithful. You're hurting the ministry. I guess I'm just being persecuted for righteousness' sake. At first, this feels convincing. Christians are taught to honor sacrifice, respect leaders, and show compassion to those who suffer. That's why this tactic works. It turns empathy into leverage. Instead of asking, "Is this behavior right?" people start asking, "Am I being too harsh?" The conversation quietly shifts. Behavior goes unexamined. Boundaries feel unkind. Questions feel disloyal. Rather than evaluating actions, people feel obligated to protect the person's feelings, reputation, or spiritual image. Accountability is postponed, sometimes indefinitely. But Scripture draws a clear line here. In 1 Peter 5:2-3, leaders are commanded not to dominate those entrusted to them or use their position for control. And Philippians 2:5-7 reminds us that Christ did not exploit his suffering or status. He humbled himself. He never used sacrifice to silence others. Matthew 6:1-2 warns that public displays of righteousness can mask self-interest, and Proverbs 16:18 reminds us that pride often hides behind spiritual language before a fall. If someone's suffering is repeatedly used to silence questions, avoid responsibility, or demand special treatment, humility has been replaced with leverage. Biblical humility accepts correction and does not demand sympathy. Spiritual manipulation uses suffering as a shield against accountability. And when sacrifice is used to control others instead of serve them, it stops being Christ-like and becomes a means of power. And once accountability can be deflected this way, the next tactic often follows, shifting attention away from actions and onto intentions instead.